ClawBot, or OpenClaw as they call it now, on this $25 phone. So it's actually running inside the Termux app on this $25 phone, and it has access to all the hardware on it. So I call this now my ClawPhone. So OpenClaw lives on this thing and it can control the hardware. So I'll show you that as an example. I'm talking to it over Discord as you would any other OpenClaw agent. So I'm gonna say, hey ClawPhone, can you toggle the flashlight on and off for me? So then it's gonna receive that over Discord, and then it's going to toggle the flashlight on and then back off. And it's using the Termux API, which is a way for things, programs that run inside of Termux to do things on the phone like a app would. And the cool part about that is, normally a person or a program would be using it. But now an agent through OpenClaw can just use the Termux API and do things on the hardware. So there's some other cool things that we can do. One of them is I'm going to ask it, okay, ClawPhone, can you please take a picture with the back camera and then please describe what you see in that picture. And then I'm going to hold the phone, and I'm actually going to take a Raspberry Pi and point the phone at a Raspberry Pi while it's taking this picture. So I'm going to go ahead and send that in. And then I have a Raspberry Pi right here. It should be looking at it, and we'll see what it ends up doing when it takes a picture. That picture is being taken. You can actually see with the little green icon that ClawBot or OpenClaw just took that picture. And then it's going to throw that picture back into Discord for us to see. And then it's going to run that picture through the model that we have. So right now we're using GPT 5.2, and it's going to run it through that model and then give us a description. So that's what it just saw. Let's see what it gets back with. I actually don't know what it's going to say because I haven't taken a picture of a Pi before. Hopefully it knows what a Pi is. But yeah, so it said single board computer is Raspberry Pi, USB cables. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Another thing I'm going to ask it to do, just some other things you can do, because of course it's on a phone, it has full access to the hardware and the sensors and everything. I'm going to ask it, ClawPhone, can you tell me the current orientation of the phone? So hopefully it's going to use the IMU that's built into the phone. It's going to call it over the Termux API and tell me what the orientation of the phone is. It should be like, I don't know how it's going to describe it, but like vertically standing up or something like that, something along those lines. Yeah, so, okay, it told me get the gravity back from like the accelerometer. It says it's mostly upright vertical. So that's exactly what I wanted it to say. It's exactly how it's actually oriented right now. So that's pretty cool. Another thing that you could do is have it make phone calls. So it, because this is an Android phone, has access to basically everything on the Android phone, it can just make real phone calls. So I'm going to be like, at ClawPhone, can you please call Mike? You can find him in my contacts list. So what OpenClaw is going to do is it's going to look through the contacts. It's going to find Mike, and it's going to give him a call. Now, this failed because I don't actually have a phone number hooked up to this prepaid phone. I just didn't want to pay for one. So that's going to fail, but it actually did open up the app and try to call, which is really cool. Now, one thing I've learned through looking into this is you can't really have it listen to the audio or send audio in unless you have a rooted phone. This phone's not rooted, but maybe with a rooted phone, you can do some more things like that. That's just because Android heavily sandbox all of the telephone related things on the phone. Yeah, so there's some really cool, fun things you can do with it. I think it's a really good entry-level device just to play around with OpenClaw and running agents like this. You can get these phones right now for, I think they're still like, they're still like $30 on Walmart.com. This is the Moto G 2025. It's a prepaid smartphone. It's really only in the US that you can get them this cheap. But yeah, I'm running an agent on here. What I want to do is run an entire cluster of these. A lot of people are buying like entire Mac Minis or something to run OpenClaw. But yeah, you can just run it on a really cheap $25, $30 phone. And there were a few things I had to do to get this to work. But once I dialed it in, it works really well. I can talk to it over Discord or Telegram or anything else like that. It just runs in the background. inside of Termux. And yeah, I mean, if you have the money, I would go for a Raspberry Pi just because it's actually running, you know, real Linux, and you don't have to mess around with configuring OpenClaw as much to get around the limitations of running on Android. But as a fun little device, I think it's pretty cool to run OpenClaw on and kind of experiment with what are the fun things you can do with it having access to all of the phone hardware. Maybe things in the future I want to try is running like a cluster, like I said. I do have, and shout out to CellHasher for sending this cluster thing. I do have like an entire cluster phone thing that I want to run OpenClaw on a bunch of phones and then see what happens when we have like a farm like that and I'm all talking to all of them in Discord. So that might be a future video I'll do on that. But anyway.